Weaver, W-E-A-V-E-R. He's the fire chief for the city of Bayonne. My name is Junior Ferranti, Bayonne OEM, J-U-N-I-O-R. Last name is Ferranti, F-E-R-R-A-N-T-E. Who's Fire Chief Keith Weaver.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Is everybody ready? I have a quick statement, and then if there's a couple of questions, we'll go ahead and take them, okay? Excuse me. At 11:42 hours this morning, the Bayonne Fire Department was dispatched to the address 458 Avenue C, which is located behind me. Our arriving units found heavy fire on arrival, and the fire also extended to the buildings on both sides, address number 456 and 460. The fire progressed through 5 alarms, which brought mutual aid to the scene to assist. This, due to heavy fire, became a defensive operation, and the fire was placed under control at 13:42 hours. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is under investigation. The scene will be ongoing. We'll be here throughout the night to extinguish any hotspots due to the amount of damage to both buildings. The Bayonne Building Department is also on the scene. Obviously, the 3 fire buildings are uninhabitable at this time, and they'll be evaluated for demolition. A total of 16 occupants were displaced, including 5 children. They're under the care of the Bayonne Office of Emergency Management and the Red Cross. I would like to acknowledge the efforts of all the firefighters that worked at the scene, Bayonne firefighters and our mutual aid partners who kept this fire from further extending to other buildings. And I'd like to also commend Bayonne Councilman Lloyd Booker, a retired police officer and a current councilman in the city of Bayonne, who was driving by, saw the smoke. He called 911 and then stopped to assist in evacuating children from the daycare located, in the fire building. So we certainly appreciate his efforts in keeping the children safe. The children were brought to the bank behind me by the staff and with the assistance of Councilman Booker, and they eventually reunited with their families.
Yeah, talk about that, having to get the kids out of the daycare. Were they ever in harm's way of this fire, or was that preventative, making sure that they were going to be okay? Was it just fast-thinking staff? What?
It certainly, I wasn't at the scene at that time, but it certainly was fast-thinking by Councilman Booker, and I'm sure by the staff, to immediately evacuate them from that building. The fire was, we believe, started in the rear, but certainly the building was on fire, and they, at some point, they were in some danger, and they were quickly removed from it, brought to safety, and reunited safely with their parents, which is really a priority.
One or 2 daycares?
Excuse me, I believe it's one daycare.
We see these lines are extended pretty far. Were there any issues with getting water or water pressure?
Not that I believe, that I'm aware of. And a larger fire requires a lot of gallons per minute, so we have to hit additional hydrants and multiple water sources.
And there was no issues with the drought affecting this or impacting this in any way?
The drought would not affect it.
You said 3 buildings were impacted. Do you know where the fire started or which building it was?
We believe the fire started in the rear of 458, but that information is preliminary, pending further investigation. That's just based on our observations and witness reports.
Is there anything you want to add, or no? Okay. Thank you, guys.
All right.
So you don't live in the area, but you're passing by and you saw the flames. What exactly did you see, hear, smell, what?
I was 2 blocks down, and I saw a couple of people running. So right away my antennas went up, and then I was waiting for the light, and then when I saw the people running, I knew something was wrong. I parked my car. I got out of the car, and I started to see smoke. So I ran down, and the smoke was coming from the top of the pharmacy over there. And the firemen were there, and they were with the hoses, and there were daycare centers over there, and 2 daycare centers adjacent to each other, and I ran over and I started helping them get the kids out, all the babies, into the bank, and there must have been 30 babies or more, cribs and everything, and we carried the cribs and put all the kids into the the bank. The smoke was very bad, but the firemen, you know, God bless them, they did their thing, and then the fire started coming from the roof of the building. But the firemen, they were there.
So you got the kids out to safety before the flames got really big? You helped. So yeah, but you helped with them. Like everyone was able to get them out quickly.
Yes.
So the kids were never home in danger, but good thing you guys worked quickly because
it was fast.
What gave you the courage to just jump in and help?
It's just an instinct that I'm just that way. It's just an instinct. If I see something, I just have to jump in.
How were the kids handling it? They're young, right? Were they crying?
Babies, screaming, crying. It was very chaotic. It was very hectic.
You said this was from 2 separate daycares.
Yeah, two daycare centers.
And the daycare providers, were they calm, cool, collected, or what was going on?
They did the best that they could.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances, they did the best that they could. Women, very sympathetic to the kids. You know, holding the kids, calming them down, playing Elmo for them, and it was very chaotic.
Age range about how old were the kids?
From infants, from I would say months, from maybe 8 months to no more than 3 years.
Had to evacuate in 2 separate locations. We hear the bank and the nearby church, right?
Yes.
All right. What was your name?
Valerie.
Valerie, spell it for us, please.
Valeria.
Valerie, what's your last name?
Valerie Maida, Maita.
And what town do you live in, Valerie?
I live in Bayonne.
So you live around here?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you,
You're a wonderful person.
I'm Jacqueline Weimer, the councilwoman for this area here in Bayonne. This is a tremendous fire, very significant, multi-alarm, multi-family. As far as we know, there are no injuries. Everyone was brought out safely. We have a daycare, a child care center as well, where all of the children were evacuated, held at the Providence Bank here, and have all been picked up safely by their families. So,
You know how many families were affected?
I do not, at this point in time, I do not. I would have to defer to our Office of Emergency Management.
Okay. I have no idea how many children were evacuated.
I do not, I'm sorry.
Do you know how many buildings this fire affected?
Right now, we believe at least 3, possibly 4.
Possibly 4. And then are the families who have been affected by this, are they getting any assistance?
They absolutely are. They're waiting for the Red Cross now, and our Office of Emergency Management is overseeing all of that. As of now, we do not. At least 4 families that I know of that are currently with inside the Office of Emergency Management mobile vehicle, and they're awaiting assistance. I suspect because it was in the middle of the day that many families may have been out to work, so we're uncertain.
The fact that this has happened like right before the holidays
is traumatic and devastating for everyone. So as a community, we have routinely come together to help our families.